Good morning, everyone. In today's class, we are going to study about the topic number 3, section 4, the election reforms. As you all know, in the previous class, we have already studied about what is the election reforms and why it is important and how it is helpful to build a better nation. Basically, there were two important election reforms. One is voter ID, that is voters identity card, and second one is electronic voting machine. As you all know, the success of parliamentary democracy depends on the stability of the uh, political stability, which lies on pure and honest election, and democracy is always considered as the will of the people. Hence there is a saying that voice of people is voice of God. In this regard, educating people politically is very necessary. Hence, to conduct free and fair election and in order to educate the people, Election Commission has implemented two important reforms through which election is possible through the ballot papers and not bullets. So, on the basis of the recommendation of the uh, committees, the government has implemented following reforms. In the previous class, we have already studied about what is the voter ID. That means voter identity card. I am repeating it once again. It was T.N. Session introduced the voter identity card in the year between 1990 to 1996 in order to conduct free and fair elections and to remove the evil practices like corruption and bogus voting. Earlier, what happens, people were not so fully educated using their political rights. A person A may vote in the name of person B. So, in order to control this irregularities and bogus voting, TN Session introduced the voter identity card. It is an official document issued to all the eligible voters of the India, and it consists information of voters like voters name, age, photo, gender and address. Now second reform, that is EVM, electronic voting machine. EVM is one of the important inventions of modern technology. It has replaced the system of ballot box and ballot papers. Earlier, voting took place with the help of ballot box and ballot paper. uh, Voters will be given a piece of paper where they will find name of the candidate, then symbol. Voters should put a seal on the eligible candidate, and later on they should put it in a box called as ballot box, and after the election process get completed, then that box will be sealed, and after that during the results they will count the ballot papers. But people have no proper idea about how to use the ballot paper. Often they will commit lot of mistake. In order to control the mistake, EVM was introduced, the electronic voting machine. and it is replaced with the ballot paper and the box. First time it was used in the year 1998, and then on 14th Lok Sabha election they were used all over the India. Then what all EVM consist of? Let's have a look. EVM consists of two control and ballot unit. Both were interconnected with the cable. The ballot unit is kept where voters cast their vote, and control unit is with the polling officer. After the voter proves his or her identity by pressing the blue button, the against his or her favorite candidate symbol. The voting process is completed with the beeping sound. Now let's have a look at what are the uses of EVM. EVM can easily operated, and second one is saves time. Third one, quick and accurate results. Fourth one, economic and eco-friendly. That means it's not so costly and it will not cause any harm to the government. And avoids invalid votes, then controls the irregularities. So this is all about the EVM and the election reforms. I hope you have understood today's section. If you have any doubts, please comment your doubts in the text box. I will definitely clear your doubts in my upcoming section. Now, today is the last section of the election process, in which you have already learnt about the what is the introduction of the election, how the word is originated, what is the meaning of the election, then types, then methods, then what is the features of the direct election, what are the features of the indirect election, and then election commission, and at last election reforms. In that you have studied about two reforms. One is voter ID, that is voter identity card, and second one is EVM, that is electronic voting machine. Now let's discuss about the question and answers which are important from this chapter as concerned for your examination. Okay. You may get a question, explain the function of the election commission. At that time you have to write the first you have to write the meaning of election, then methods, then why election commission came into existence, what was its purpose, and what are its function. Next question number second. Differentiate between direct and indirect election. During this question, you have to write what is the meaning of the election and what are the two different method of the election. Then you have to explain the meaning of direct election and their features. Then you have to write second point, indirect election. You have to explain what is the indirect election and its feature. Now, question number 3, describe the election reforms. Here you have to write the meaning of the election and what is the meaning of the reforms, how it was implemented, and how it will help us to conduct free and fair election. Then, what are the two important reforms implemented by the government in order to control the irregularities and bogus voting? In that you have to explain about the voter ID, then later on about the EVM and its benefits. So this is all about the election process. I hope you have understood this section. If you have any doubts, please be free to ask your doubts in the text box, and also you can comment me below of what you want to learn in the next section, which is related to political science. Please do subscribe to my channel for more interesting and informative topics in the upcoming section. See you all tomorrow. Till then, take care and stay safe.